Hello, everyone. Welcome to our October session of LTCI First Friday. I'm Brittany Button, long-term care insurance specialist for Art Jetter and Company. We have Mutual of Omaha's team joining us today. As Long-Term Care Awareness Month quickly approaches in November, we want to help you prepare for those planning conversations. During the session, we will discuss the marketing tools and resources Mutual of Omaha has to offer. Now, we'll also be addressing questions at the end of the presentation. Simply enter those questions into the chat or questions section. So, Erin and Maria, let's get started.
Hi, thank you so much, Brittany. Thank you so much for inviting us to this webinar. My name is Maria Laura Rivas. I'm the account executive for Amanda Blackburn, who's the sales director here at Mutual for the long-term care product. November is a month when the industry comes together to share the message that getting long-term care insurance can cover the cost of care when you need it the most. The goal throughout this month of November is to create awareness and provide education to consumers. Long-term care represents a significant burden to millions of people in need, their families, and the Medicaid program. This is why we are starting to see the states get involved to try to help solve that problem. Concerns exist about access, quality care, cost, and the distribution of the burden of care. It's important that we help people overcome the concerns they have and help them see how having a plan in place can help with all those concerns. Asking consumers how much of their portfolio will be allocated to long-term care expenses if they don't have a plan can help get that conversation started. We've invited Erin Marmon, our long-term care marketing specialist, on to talk with you today about long-term care awareness marketing campaign here at Mutual of Omaha. He's put together some slides to help you plan those conversations. After Erin has reviewed the campaign, I'll conclude with a couple of slides that will help you illustrate the value of traditional long-term care product and just how affordable a plan with Mutual Omaha can be with the right plan design. Erin, do you want to go ahead? Let me know.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Brittany. Hi, everyone. My name is Erin Marmon. I am the Senior Marketing Specialist over at Mutual of Omaha, and we wanted to get together today and chat about what Mutual has put together for Long-Term Care Awareness Month. So, Maria, if you could change the slide. All right, so agenda today, we will be covering the communication plan, marketing and materials, communication channels, and the national webinar. Slide. Thank you. So under the communication plan, we have emails scheduled to go out starting on the 16th. That will be an announcement email that will cover saying, hey, we're getting ready to kick off Long-Term Care Awareness Month. Please look out for more content coming from Mutual of Omaha. And following up with that, we will send out a Zoom registration national webinar email going out on the 31st. And within that, we'll cover the national sales conversation and have the link for Zoom. So that way everybody can go ahead and register for that. Then the following day, we will kick out our flyers, and I'll touch more on that later on in the slides. We will also have a mid-month push email on the 13th and a final email going out for continuing the conversation on the 28th. In lieu of those emails that will be going out, we have social products that will be pushed out as well, strategically placed in between those emails, covering having coverage basically all the way through from the middle of October going through November. Additionally, with that, we will be kicking out weekly express articles, giving snips and tidbits and pieces of information coinciding with some of the emails that will be going out. And then following up that communication plan is the national webinar on November the 7th for all producers and marketers. Slide, please. Thank you. Marketing and materials, next slide. Thank you. So for this particular campaign, this is what our look and feel is going to be like. We are future focused, and we wanted to kind of break through some of the traditional PYK branding materials that we traditionally have at Mutual of Omaha and have something that would actually stand out. So thank you. Following up, obviously getting the conversation started. making sure that we have content materials readily available to you, not only on the consumer material side, but also on the producer side of things as well. Slide. All right, and then one of those new flyers is the one on that left-hand side there. So that is a new piece that we will be presenting. So you guys do get a sneak peek. It is not all of the information because that is a two-part one. However, it will give you kind of an idea of the direction that we are going. Slide, please. And then some of the prospecting materials. The claims piece is something that individuals have utilized in the past. Obviously, claims are a huge portion of the overall process, so we wanted to continue to highlight that and let people know that Mutual of Omaha stands behind them and will be there readily available to pay those claims if and when it is needed. Next slide, please. Communication channels. Obviously, going into Express, the look and feel of Express will continue to be the same. We will continue to focus on throughout that entire month and a half, and updating the content and the look and feel for those Express articles. Slide. All right, social media. So if you're not already on our social media channels, here's a quick, easy way to go ahead and take you directly to that so you can sign up for that. Based off the social media stuff, it automatically gives you faster access to some of the content that Mutual of Omaha is continuously putting out, as well as any previous content that we have already submitted. Next slide. Same thing for LinkedIn. And this kind of goes into a little bit more about exactly what each group does, talking about the exclusivity of the actual group, future campaigns, all consumer content, company announcements and updates, and anything we want only our verified producers to see for Facebook. And then LinkedIn, we obviously have the industry news, sales ideas, conferences that are coming up, advanced markets, Social Security timing, etc. Slide. All right, so for the national webinar, once again, that will be a Zoom webinar. This particular year, we're going to cover the entire LTC process. So you will hear from sales, underwriting, claims, and then marketing as well. That is currently slated for November 7th, and that is going to be from 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. And you will see that email going out on the 31st of October. And then you will get the follow-up emails from Zoom saying you have actually registered and to be on the lookout. And the timing of that, it's only 1 week apart. So from the time that you get the registration email to the actual webinar, it's only a week. Next slide, please.
And this would be,
right.
that would be your presentation, right, Aaron?
Yep. And if anybody has any questions, by all means, continue to drop those in the chat and we'll gladly address those.
Thank you so much, Aaron. That's really
Absolutely.
exciting information that you provided here for us. And as Aaron mentioned, and Brittany, after my presentation, just a couple of slides here, feel free to ask us any questions you might have had. Maybe you have a question of what Express is or how to access those other social media. Please feel free to ask those questions after I finish this presentation. So as I had mentioned earlier, I wanted to conclude with a couple of slides, and I'll actually show you here, my next slide here. So I want to present with you with a couple of slides that you can use on how to illustrate the value of traditional long-term care and just how affordable a plan with Mutual of Omaha can be as long as you present the right design. So on here, I want to show you an example of a scenario. We have a single male 50, and same here, single female age 50. With so many product solutions on our market today, I want you to take a moment not to discuss product, but to help you be able to illustrate to a consumer what the value of traditional long-term product is. So if we're able to take a single female, as I mentioned, 50, and that single male, same age, and calculate how much in premium they would pay over 30 years, you'll see the male would pay over $42,000 and the female over $70,000. And that again is in over 30 years. We know the cost of care continues to go up year over year. This slide illustrates in 30 years, the cost of home health care, assuming a 3% inflation increase, will be over $166,000. So it's $166,571 that we calculated. With the policy benefit of a 3-year plan and a 3% compound lifetime inflation, you can see that the total pool of money has grown over 30 years to be over $270,000. So this number illustrates the value of a plan for your consumer. You definitely see that what they paid in, it doesn't even match. It's not even double to what they'll receive in benefits in this scenario. So here's another sales idea. We're illustrating and reaching a desired premium with the flexibility of inflation options. So given the current economic conditions with the increase of inflation, groceries, gas, everything else, we know that discretionary income for consumers is not what it used to be. So Mutual of Omaha offers a long-term care product that includes the flexibility of inflation. This slide shows you just how much cost savings you can save your client by adjusting inflation down and by including our 20-year inflation cap. We also offer a 10-year cap and a 15-year cap. So instead of a client paying for a lifetime inflation, the client can pay for 20 years of inflation growth and save a substantial amount on their total premium. And again, you can do this on the custom. Both the secure and custom offer 20-year, but I'm going to illustrate more of the custom here. So if a client has a budget, let's say they have a budget of about $100 to $200 a month for a long-term care plan, you can reach the desired premium with Mutual of Omaha. So on here, we have a 3% compound lifetime inflation. And again, this would be a female, age 50, for $3,000 a month. Her monthly premium would be $239.18 if she has a 3% lifetime inflation. After 30 years, that'll be a pool of $364,089. Now compare that to dropping that inflation. Instead of lifetime, we drop it down to 20 years. The female's premium now is $177.46 a month. With that pool in 30 years to over $270,000. That makes it very affordable to someone. At least I know that that would be something that might interest someone, especially saving them anywhere they can due to inflation now. Last, I wanted to remind everyone of the real win with our product. If you're illustrating our custom plan design and dallying with the flexibility of inflation options like what we just discussed, your clients have the ability to buy up or buy down on an annual basis. I don't know of any other insurance product in the industry that allows a consumer to adjust their plan design based on their financial planning goals at any given time. They are able to keep any previous applied gains. The real win with this is that the client does not have to go back through underwriting when adjusting their inflation, either increasing it up to a maximum of 5% or lowering it down to a minimum of 1%. Regardless, so no, they won't have to go through any type of underwriting. So regardless of their changes in health, they're still able to buy up or buy down under the custom product. With that, we would like to just ask that all of you take an opportunity to leverage this information that we presented to you today. And hopefully what you've learned here will help you with your sales conversations you have with your clients about long-term care. Please feel free to ask any questions. Our Jetter's here to assist with anything you have. And Erin and I are here to answer any questions regarding what we just discussed today. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone's time.
Thank you, Maria. Yeah, looks like we got some questions coming in. So might as well stay on this slide. Had an individual just ask regarding the inflation buy-up feature or buy-down. Is there any restriction on regarding age when they can do the buy-up and buy-down? And thinking, for example, could a 99-year-old still buy up or buy down?
Well, no, they wouldn't. What we have, if we do have age restrictions on our buy up and buy down, so it's 20 years. So remember, okay, so remember we have an age limit on our plan. So you want to make sure that within 75 is the max age you can buy up or down. So if you, when somebody who's 90, of course, might have taken the application when they were, during the eligibility. So if they take it when they're 70, they do have only 5 years to buy up or buy down. But, excuse me, and I correct myself, only to buy up. If at age 90, they've taken a 4% inflation and they want to buy down, they can certainly do that. But the only restriction here is buying up. So they have a 20-year, but the max age you can buy up is 75. So if you take out a policy when you're 70, or you only have that 5-year window to buy up, but you can buy down at any time.
Perfect. Thank you. Next question. I'll go ahead and tackle this. So good news is Mutual of Omaha's portfolio is available in every state. Now, some states do have restrictions regarding issue ages and features and benefits available. But yes, looking at this, I'm guessing you're from New York. So yes, Mutual of Omaha is available in New York, thankfully, one of our few options in that state. And then next question coming in, Maria, can you switch it back to the slide regarding the webinar? I think somebody wants to get it in their calendar.
Definitely. This one right here, national webinar?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. So as the team mentioned, you will be seeing communication go out with more detail on this, but mark those calendars down for November 7th at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're very excited for that as well here on the desk, and we'll be joining in. All right, well, Erin and Maria, that looks like that wraps up our questions for the time being. Thank you for co-hosting today's session of, thank you, you're welcome.
Brittany, yeah. I wanted to mention, Erin, will the webinar be recorded for this date, November 7th?
Ooh, yes, it will. And just as a reminder, the email for the registration will go out on the 31st of October. So be on the lookout for that. If you don't receive that, reach out to one of your marketers or sales professionals, and they should be able to send that link out no matter what. So we'll make sure that's readily available.
So if you miss, if you miss it, you'll be able to listen to it later.
Perfect. And as Erin mentioned, we do receive Express. In fact, I think I receive it 3 different times, 3 different ways. So if you need registered for the webinar, our team will definitely be able to help you get that login information on your desk. All right. Well, I think that wraps everything up. Again, thank you. And thank you for those who attended today. Appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us. Of course, if you have any other questions or would like additional information on Mutual of Omaha's portfolio, let our team know. We can be reached at 800-228-0008 or shoot us a quick email at ltci@jetter.com. All right, everybody have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.